Hello and welcome. I've been working on this universal flight computer system, I guess I can call it, which is basically this thing. I've been working on it for quite a while, and I finally got it to a point where I'm actually really starting to use it and apply it into things. And that you could see in the light cargo ship I did recently. I think it came out today, actually, as of doing this stream. This is the next ship I'm trying. I'm pretty much building things to push the boundaries of this computer to see if it can work. And it's working. It's not as stable as I'd like it to, which I'm still kind of working on, but hey, it does its job. Oh well. I don't think I'm going to get something this size perfectly balanced. This is actually quite big. Now then, time to get to the fun part where we actually start building. This is already flying, it's already doing its job, it's already working. I don't have any WASD controls, I only have up, down, and system on at the moment. But I do need to do that as well. Ooh. So let's go ahead and climb down here. Try not to fall off, because I am pretty high up in the air. And let's start building what will be the bridge of the ship eventually. I need to get the bridge out past the engines here. And down we go. Now how do I want to do this? That's the question. I think I'm going to go ahead and just bring this back up one. Bring this back up one. Up one. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to leave it at 3, 3. Whatever that is, whatever that is. Okay. I need to be able to get up to this up here because I'm going to bring us back down to the ground so I can do a bit more work because I need to be able to walk around this, and this high up I don't really want to build scaffolding on this vehicle. Oh shit, held the wrong button for too long and I hit a tree. Computer kick in. Let's see. Come on, get off the ground. You're stuck. I don't have any WASD controls, so I'm kind of at the mercy of whichever way I start to tilt. Gosh darn it. Yeah, this ship is much bigger than anything else I've hooked this computer up to, so it is giving it quite a bit of challenge. I was hoping it'd adapt much smoother, but hey. At least it's working. Alright, there we go. We're off the ground. We're hovering. Let me just go. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this rocking is really much more than the system should be doing. I've got to tinker with some of the powers and settings that are currently acting on the ship. So there's kind of two systems that are working on the ship at any given time, and that would be the suspension glitch and the thrusters themselves. The suspension glitch takes care of like the minute details, tweaks, and things like that. The thrusters are what actually balances the weight out. And I'm not sure what's causing this rocking. If the suspension glitches are too powerful, or if the engines are too powerful. If either one is too powerful in any certain way, it can cause this rocking motion that we have here. It probably doesn't help either that I'm building on it and that's constantly changing weights and things, meaning it's constantly adapting to the situation. It looks stable from a distance, but once you actually get up to look at it, it's kind of wobbly. Yeah. I also need to put some sort of access ramp to get up and down easily. That's something my last ship lacked and was causing me some troubles. There we go. That's looking kind of sort of like I want it to. I do want to bring this in a little bit. Wait, did that other side have that? Yeah, it did, okay. Make sure this is all symmetrical. I thought I messed something up there for a second. Just had to check. Where are they at? Where are they at? There they are. Is there anywhere else that... Nah. Okay. Okay, let's paint this all up gray, and then we can start on the top of the ship. Because these are the temporary cargo containers. They're just here for scale, if anything. But they're not going to be permanent. They will be removed and replaced with something that looks a bit nicer eventually. Doo-doo. I also gotta touch up these engines because I made some changes to them to make them work better mechanically, but they now have some things that aren't the best looking visually. There we go. Oh, I need to finish this off. Let me check on something. Okay, there we are. We are back. So I need to put some sort of lift or ramp on this. Let me see. You also have to be careful not to use too many bearings, or else this is going to get really laggy really fast. Because this is already a pretty complex build. Probably not the best idea to have these burning the containers, but hey. Just checking to see some things on my side here. There we go. I thought I already did these, but apparently not. Okay, let's get up here real quick. Hi. About fell. Yeah. I love being able to have it hover while you're building because it's really fun to like parkour all over the ship. There we go. My English just went through the fucking. I don't know what I was trying to say there. There's nothing here. I keep thinking there's a ship there, and I go to jump on that section, and there's nothing there right now. That is eventually going to be where all the main engines are. Okay, I got that decorative part done. Let's finish this bridge area. And the frame rate keeps going up and down real bad. That really helped it. Hi, Blue. Go ahead and grab the ceiling. You want to pop in and steal one of my computers? I need to bring this forward a little bit more. Oh, I don't have my weld tool in my inventory. I don't think this really helped me. Oh, it did. I think it did. Where do you line up at? No, thank you, blue. I think I'm good. I kind of like that very flat front that this thing has going. If you want to hop in and grab one of these computers, you can grab one of them, but I think I'm good building. I just want to relax. Yeah, I always make new worlds. I rarely keep a world around for very long. I'm getting 20 frames unreliably because for some reason, like, suddenly I'm at 40 frames as soon as I place that block, and then it goes back down to 19. I'm not sure why that is. Oh, shit. I think I'm going to just make a big boxy front to this. Instead of making it like pointed or sloped, I'm just going to make it flat-faced. Now, a lot of this is going to get replaced with glass. I already know that's going to happen. Actually, I might leave all this maintenance ship and just have a glass cockpit right here. Oi. I'm not 100% sure where you are right now, Blue. Oh, there you are. You're right next to me. What is it? The flight computer 15. Here you go. By the way, that right there is what's controlling this whole thing. That's the brain of the operation that's flying this right now. Let's see. What do I need to do next? Yeah, it's just kind of how it's set up at the moment. I wasn't specifically talking to you either, Blue. But there's you're like one of two people. Oh, did you look at the connection tool? Yeah, I haven't done like a tutorial video on how to use that computer yet, so good luck, Blue. Trying to figure that out and use it. Okay, let's go ahead and start cutting out my window. I might even make that extrude further and just have a big boxy cockpit. I think that's what I'm going to do. I want to extend this. Extend it to about there. I'm going to get rid of this. What do you mean it's glitching for you? It's so awesome how you can build while it's flying. Yes, it has an adaptive computer in it, which is this chunk of logic, which basically allows it to adapt the thrust as need be. Oh, yeah, that's an issue with the multiplayer. It's mostly a visual thing. It's working just fine. Oh God, Blue sent me an image. What have you screenshotted? Oh, I can see him. Yeah, that's the suspension glitch in there. Doing its job. Okay, let us get back on this. Hoi. There we go. I need to get up top. Because I'm going to get rid of that seat. And I want to put this one down here. So this is going to be my cockpit. Can I get out? Yep, I can get right on out and walk out. So this temporary seat, Earth has 2 times more gravity all of a sudden. Where's my buttons? You are 1. You are 2. Where are you at? Where'd you go? You are 3. The big blocks of red, no, those are temporary pieces that are on the vehicle. Those are cargo containers. So yeah, another thing to note, these are just temporary cargo containers. Theoretically, I should be able to drop off a cargo container and the computer should be able to figure out, oh, I've lost weight on this side and adjust for the sudden disappearance of a container. I don't know if I'm actually going to make it so you can drop the containers. They're mostly a visual thing at the moment, but maybe in the future. I also need to get thrusters on this so it can fly more properly. Oh, I mean to. So the question is, how many stories is this going to be? Maybe a two-story, 2 stories right here, because there's at least room for one right about there. Yeah, so that's a single story right here. So I can get a 2-story area in this front cockpit area, or this front living quarters, I guess. And then back here is going to be a lot more room. I might put some internal cargo or whatever, but this is mostly going to be engines. I'm fine at the moment, Blue. I just kind of want to work on this and get it going. I'll get around to the interior eventually. Now let me grab some glass. So I really don't like having this bar right in front of me. On the other ship, it wasn't half bad. Damn it. There we go. It wasn't half bad in the other ship, but this is much better. I'm gonna have to do something to make this look nicer, but for now it's good. For now we're happy. I'm also slightly concerned that we will max out these thrusters eventually, which isn't a major issue because we can just slap on bigger thrusters and hook that up to the computer and it'll figure it out. But at the same time, it's just kind of, I'm afraid we might max them out sooner than I had hoped to. Alright, so that's gotten rid of, there we go. You also come out here, check on the containers, you have some windows. And this is just the hallway connecting the back to the front. My logic being, with this ship, that whole top area is going to be where all your piping and all your major components are. And that's why that's not the walking area. You have this walking area down here because that's where all your fuel and all that's going to be stored up in that top little compartment. It's also where the computer is, so yeah, you kind of can't walk through there. And then as you get to the back of the ship, we're going to have to add some stuff back here. Part of me wants to get rid of all this rounded that I've done and just make it a square front. Because like, it's a cargo ship, it's not supposed to look nice, it's supposed to be functional. God damn it, Blue. Come on, get up there. Eh. Woo! That threw me. Yeah, it kind of is like a house because it's a giant ship. It's a really big ship. Can you make a spaceship with guns? Yes and no. Yes, you can make it. It's going to lag a lot. I've actually strapped guns to another one of my ships I made. It technically worked. It technically fired. But you're gonna be running at like 5 frames the entire time you do so. So there's that issue. And at the same time, I really haven't focused on doing combat-based ships because the flight computer I'm using is still untested for the most part. So making massive cargo ships is kind of the first step to actually making sure it works like it's supposed to. Because this ship is what I would expect this computer to handle. Anything bigger than this, you're going to start pushing what I intended for this computer. Can it do it? Probably. What? If I did decorative guns, they would look cool. But I'm talking functional ones. Wait. Let's just cut this off to about here. There we go. I'm going to be putting more glass eventually. There's going to be more glass, don't worry about it. I got to figure out where like the floors and the different rooms are going to be first. I was trying to see where we're at. The engines are doing fine. Sado. Whoa, don't fall off the ship here, please. I keep falling down these blocks. If you want to do wedges on like this section, like this right here, that'd be fine. I wouldn't go into this rounded section yet, just because that's going to be a lot more complex to do. Wait, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, there we go. That's what I needed to do. By the way, you should talk in chat when you say stuff like this area, because for me, the stream is like 30 seconds delay. Alright. So this whole section right here is going to get divided up into multiple rooms. So you're going to have the cockpit up front, but this is going to be like your, what do you want to say? Cafeteria, your everything else. I'm probably going to put the actual bunks and stuff back here. Just to get up top for temporary usage. Yeah. Don't go onto the engine right here. This... Okay, let's try not to fall off this. I love being able to just walk around it. I really do. Ah, fell. Come on, don't fall off. Don't fall off. Okay, let's go ahead and hop down and see what we can see. It looks like a giant turtle. Like, this whole front looks like a turtle shell with just excess. Okay. Oh, fuck me. You know what? Let's just go ahead and make this all flat back here. Hi-oh. I couldn't get the image you sent me. I couldn't get it to download properly from Mega. It was giving me issues. So Chris, I made a flight computer that can detect balance, weight, and all kinds of other fun stuff, and is making this thing fly even as I add weight and change it drastically. It's controlling all the thrusters and stuff like that. Yes. You remember the old ships that I used to make in Minecraft? Yeah, I can make those in this game now. And actually make them fly and move. And I'm so happy for that. Okay, I gotta get back up here. I know where I can cram thrusters. I can cram them in the top here. Also, get a WASD converter hooked up at some point. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I want to make the back really stupidly big. The airships. I remember that. That's what I used to call them. I forgot what I used to call them. The airships. There we go. Yeah, they're cargo containers that are strapped to the side of the ship. This is a light cargo, or a medium cargo ship is what I designated it as. Okay, let's get my WASD sensor in here. Here's... Hoi! Nah, that failed horribly. Make extra weight. Yeah, no. The ship's got quite a bit of thrust to we've got quite a bit of thrust. And maybe not as much as I would hope. I can always strap more thrusters, or bigger thrusters. Yeah, the ship should be able to handle those wedges just fine. Okay. Yeah, so this is the flight computer itself. This is the suspension glitch stabilizer that's in... God damn it, let me just get up here. There we go. This is the suspension glitch stabilizer, which is doing all the like detail work of getting the ship balanced. Here's all the fun logic that's actually calculating. Here's the gyro. Here's the elevation sensor. Yeah. Let's get back down in here. The fuck? Oh. Okay. Yeah, let's just strap this straight to. And get rid of this seat and hook this up to the current pilot seat. So now we have WNS controls. Let me strap some big thrusters onto the back of this, because this is going to be a biggin' ship. I guess for me to tell how big the thrusters are going to be, I need to know how big this whole back compartment is. So I got to finish this roof here. It's going to be mostly square back here anyway, so... So let's just go... Two from the top, two from the bottom. Two from the top, two from the bottom. Let me place them. There we go. I want to bring all of these down. One. Which one of these is my lift? This is my lift. Wait. place right. Now I gotta cook all these up to W. I'm not doing math because we only have like or nor. We don't have. I'd have to make a fucking calculator. I don't want to make a calculator. Which one of these is or and which one of these is nor? Or which one of these is W? Which one of these is S? Let me just. This way, if I mess up, I can just switch which logic gate is connected to W and which one's connected to S. No. 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 We're not doing that yet, Blue. I wonder how fast this will make us. We are really big, so this might not be as powerful as I had hoped. You might want to hold on tight. Wait, did I hook him up to S? I can't even see the engines to tell which one is on. Ah, shit. Where's the seat? There's a seat. Yeah, we're gonna turn these up. We might need really freaking big engines. Hey, there we go. We're moving at a turtle's pace. Well, we've doubled the thrust. I'd hope it's enough. We don't have to be like, we don't have to be really fast. We just need to move at a respectable pace. All aboard. Okay, this is more than fast enough for this big of a ship. I have no other controls right now other than W. I need to cut more holes in this roof. Un momento. Alright. No, don't start building wood and a spaceship. Ah, damn it. Move ceiling. All the chairs just dotted around from when we were climbing in and out. Now, all I've got to do is do, what was it? God damn, I can't think of what the hell. A&D controls. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Let's just make a simple A&D converter. Oh, wow. Someone just sent me a picture of a lot of ships. Like a lot of ships. There's that. There we go. Alright, I'll be on the server general voice chat. There you go. Okay, let's see about doing thrusters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I turn all these thrusters up. Alright, let's go ahead and try and pilot this thing now. Watch out, Blue. You're in my walkway. There we go. I see the thrusters firing. They're not doing anything. It also appears that my thrusters are backwards. So I've got to add a lot more thrusters. And I've also got to reverse this bearing. Let's see if we can just double the thrust amount. No, blue, no. Keep it symmetrical. We're not. Okay, let's connect all these up to these sensors accordingly. Wait, damn it. Wrong thing, I just connected to my forward thrust. Or my backwards thrust, actually. Yeah, but the brain's what makes everything work, Blue. Okay, we gotta go to the back because that's the only way in at the moment. No, I'm not even touching them. I've just kind of at the seat at the moment. Okay, we raise just fine. Forward. Fucking hell, this is not doing anything. Okay. I've got to add significant amounts of thrust.
Hi.
Hi, Alstrak.
So you're streaming?
Yes, I'm making... you know that thing I said, hey, I want to show you a project I'm working on?
Yeah, I wanted to see it, but you never messaged me back.
I'm currently working on said project on the stream. I made a flight computer that can pretty much adapt to anything you want to make fly perfectly.
Oh my god, amazing! I need that.
I'm currently working on a massive cargo ship.
Yeah, I can see that. You know, this would be
this
so
is the
good.
computer. So this is the computer.
You know, there's a little bit of a delay, right?
Yeah. You'll see it in a second if you're on the stream.
Yep, I am. Hello to chat. I mean, I'm actually here for just a short time because I need to go eat. But I could come later.
I'm not gonna be here for much longer.
Well, I'm gonna stay for some time, I guess. Well, sometime, I guess 5 to 10 minutes tops. Hello, Blue Daniel. So, you know, I was also working on a self-stabilization ship thingy-majingy. Cause I wanna battle Brent, and you know, we wanna have these stupid fights with epic ships, but we wanna have them as lagless as possible, right? So we still want to build big ships, but they're not supposed to lag, and somehow they need to stabilize on their own, because if you have one crew member, which is you basically, how do you reload all the weapons and everything?
This theoretically could do that job.
Exactly.
The issue being right now, because I have 8 sets of thrusters, it's a little bit laggy because I have 8 sets of thrusters, and each set has 2 sets of individual like moving thrusters. Yeah, and it's pretty laggy for that reason.
Is it supposed to have moving thrusters? Is that what makes it stable?
Yeah, there's two stages. There is a suspension glitch stabilizer here, and if that's not enough, then the engines start moving to compensate for weight changes. That's why I'm able to build while this thing is hovering. It's hovering right now. We're building on it, and the system is adapting to the weight we add to it.
Yeah, I understand. How much of a give does it have? Like, how many degrees of give?
What, the engines or the system? How many degrees it can go before it breaks?
No, like how many degrees does it take for it to detect a change?
Vertically, like elevation, how much can it go up and down? 0.
Yeah.
Like I've made a perfect sensor, but degrees.
Like tilting.
Well, you can see the gyro right now. You can see how much this gyro is moving and detecting each individual.
Yeah, like I spotted it for a second. I guess we're still setting up thrusters.
Now you can notice it when you come out here to like the very corner. You'll notice we're Or let me go to somewhere that's not actually moving its own. You can kind of see we're ever so slightly bobbing.
How is it? Oh, so it's in between the sensors. Yeah, those are 4 sensors.
Yeah,
oh my God.
They're angled.
Yeah, genius.
So I think I added 4 more to each side.
Here's the thing though, our ships don't have any bearings on the thrusters. That's what makes it really, really, really lag. Oh my God.
These here's the thing. These also have a pulse output, so you could actually just pulse the thrusters with them.
Yeah, well, that's amazing, really. If you make a lagless version of this, that would be amazing. Or like less
I can
laggy. It doesn't have to be
here.
perfect at stabilization.
This is the computer itself. I made a version that's literally just the computer that flies.
So
It
what do you
doesn't
need for
lag
the
at all.
computer?
Huh?
What do you need for the computer?
This is literally just the computer with thrusters attached. This
So it
doesn't
just
lag at
knows
all.
where to position the thrusters, like which.
You see these the
Oh,
outputs on the top? There's 8 sections you can assign a thruster to. And you tell it, okay, this thruster is attached to this section. To left, right, front, back, front left, front right.
wow, that is really amazing. You know what we did with Brent? We basically had like a gyro, what is it called? You know, I remember back from the days whenever you do those gyro things, and if you twist too
The
much.
thrusters were in the gyro itself, correct? So that
No,
you
no, no,
always
no, no,
have
no.
lift upwards?
It was. They would always twist you. Like if you twist too much or like tilt too
There we
much,
go.
they will fire back for a period that is too long, which will make you overshoot your what is it called, your stable position, right?
Yeah.
So what we tried to do with Brent was dampen that by simply applying opposite thrust, but it needed to be good, and we found out like a very simple way. Wow, that is
So,
amazing. But here's the thing, our gyros are not supposed to be glitched.
we're doing good. These do use glitches. This uses a stabilizer glitch and a suspension glitch back here. There's another stabilizer, I think, right below here.
What does the suspension glitch do?
It does the minute details because when you start moving thrusters, you change it drastically. You can drastically change like the pitch of a vehicle really quickly. So what the suspension glitch does, it does little bitty tweaks before the engines have a chance to actually start moving.
Uh-huh. So it's like doing the small things and then afterwards.
Yeah. You can watch it, it's slightly tilting. On that one, it's a lot more drastic because you have a lot bigger ship. But what's going on is this controller, or this logic goes into this controller, and this controller is hooked up to that section of engines, and that tells the computer those thrusters are in the back right. And same thing happens over here. It tells these thrusters they're in the back left. It tells those thrusters that it's in the front center. And then the computer knows how to use those thrusters based on where they're located.
Yeah, well. It seems to be amazing though. The way it hovers, that's wow. That's really wow.
It's adaptive thrust, so if I put something on there, it'll start cranking those thrusters up to stabilize, and it'll leave all these the same.
Yeah, I can see that.
So if I
Amazing.
Yeah.
That really is great.
And I also got it. Delete the damn thing. There we go. Cargo. I made this with the V2 of the computer. It wasn't as good, but it still did its job. And you can walk around the entire ship while it's hovering, like you can this one.
Yeah, I know. I've built stable ships before, but yours is way stabler. Except that it really, like, you can feel the tilt. Here's the thing, mine didn't have like that type of stable tilt, you know, where it's like it's gonna like does like that wavy.
That
tilt.
rocking.
Yeah, that rocking exactly. And mine didn't have that because it was just simpler. That was the thing. It was just simpler. There was not so much detection. There was a little bit of give to it. Yours doesn't have almost any. Like, it's the fact that it does that. It's wow.
Like, the big thing for me is that it's adaptive.
Yeah,
like,
that's great.
Because the issue was like I've strapped this to a truck. A friend of mine, we strapped it to his bus. It even, say you have a 4-thruster system, you can cut a thruster off, and it can figure out how to learn. And you can also tell these thrusters, hey, you're allowed to use negative thrust. So we had a bus that was balanced on 2 2 thrusters pointed down, 1 thruster pointed up, giving negative thrust to compensate for a missing thruster that we cut off.
Wow. Yeah, that's when you really start stressing the thing. Alright, here's the challenge. Make it with 1 gyro and okay, maybe 2 gyros, but no glitches. If you do so, I'm not gonna buy it from you because I don't earn money, but I will gladly ask you to use that.
Okay, here's a question. There's a suspension glitch, or not a suspension. The suspension glitch itself, I don't have to have, but it makes it so you can walk around on it. This sensor here that does the actual detecting of the movement vertically is stabilized on its own. It's just how the sensor's set up, the springs and stuff that are needed to make it work, just stabilize it by accident.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, that sensor that I was just talking about, basically what it is, it's a neutrally buoyant weight. So the weight is static in the air, and whenever the ship moves, the weight stays the same place, but the ship moves around the weight, and you can use that to detect any movement in the ship by looking
I'm gonna
at the
join
weight.
you because it's kind of annoying how you're explaining something and I need to wait like 3 to 4 seconds. Just
I'm not even looking at it. This weight there. Here.
Right, I'm just gonna join you real quick. I'm gonna show you what ship I'm working on too. Because we wanna shoot each other like to pieces, really. So, you know, it's kind of hard to balance all of these things. You know, I have a good ship that like is where you can really walk on, and also have a ship that you can that can take some amount of damage. You know.
Whoa,
Plus,
that's not, something didn't go right because I went tilting really bad there.
That's probably because I'm joining, or maybe not.
Well, the ship fixed itself. That's the good news. The bad news is, oh, Blue was standing in the gyro, apparently, is what he said. So he's broken the gyro, apparently. Oh, that's why. Because that was my mistake. Oops. These aren't set to full like they're supposed to be.
I don't know what's happening with Scrap Mechanic.
Doo-doo.
Right, I'm in. Oh, 90 FPS, that's not bad.
I'm getting 15. It's just because this thing has 8 sets of thrusters. It shouldn't have this many.
Do you want me to host it so you don't lag that much? Or maybe you are. I don't lag anymore. Anyway.
Are you in?
Yeah, I'm behind you.
Alright, we're moving. Okay, someone did something. What the fuck, Blue? You just walked in the gyro and knocked the whole ship off balance.
Well,
God damn.
I
Don't fucking stand in the gyro! Like, that's the most important component of the ship. Come on. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I would be so tempted to shoot at this thing right now.
Blue, you're the only one that can fix us because you're on the outside of the ship and we're stuck in here.
No, wait. We can put a seat.
Put a seat on the roof. Let me out of this hole. Blue's stuck in the thruster.
I'm teleporting all places.
Okay, there we go. Something to note though is the computer does have to learn the ship when you first take off, so you can't just spawn on a lift and take off immediately. It has to figure out what's.
How does it learn?
It basically has a gyro in it, so it can detect the center of balance, the center of mass, and it adjusts the thrusters to it. So right now we're really off balance. Right now I'm cranking the thrusters up. The only thrusters that are elevating are the ones that the gyro says are causing the ship to be off balance. Eventually we'll get to a balance point, and then all of the thrusters will
Blue, leave it be. Come on.
Blue, get out of there, or I'm gonna kick you from the server, and kick you from the game.
Wow. I like the
All right.
containers on the side.
Huh?
I like the containers on the side.
All right. So now the computers learned the ship mostly. We should be able to start lifting off and getting up in the air, but it's gonna have some growing pains until we actually get.
I want to see how big your ship is compared to mine. I'm not gonna take it off the lift, but it's not also laggy at all. Like, I really took what is it called? I took care of the lag.
One of my thrusters is freaking out, so that's not helping me at all. Oh, that big thing. I remember that.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know, it's kind of the same size, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe a little bit shorter.
I've got more room on the inside, I think, though.
I don't think so. Okay, maybe not right now. Maybe right now, yes. Because I've kind of like blocked most of the things. Because the only thing this was lagging from
Blue
was
fucked up the gyro by standing in it. I think. I'm just gonna blame him immediately.
So the only thing that is making it lag right now
Is me.
no. Is the fact that the shape, right? The shape of the ship. Basically, it's too complex. That's it. The shape. It doesn't have anything to do with the thrusters or bearing or whatever. It has to do with the ship shape because it's so big. Anyways, wanna see what's inside here?
No, not at the moment. I'm trying to get this back up in the air so I can build it.
Hey, Blue, come over here. Let's check out this ship. Wanna see a toaster?
He made a battle toaster. Basically, it's a self-propelled gun. Okay, Blue, I don't want any weapons on the server, please.
How does this thing work?
What?
Okay. Not even gonna question it.
Alright, there we go. I'm back up in the air, and yeah, there we go. The ship's figured itself out now.
Great. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna contact you about all this. If you wanna take part of the fight, I'm more than welcome. But you need to make sure you're following the rules.
What's
And
the
if-
rules?
Yeah. So full vanilla, no glitches.
Then I'm out of the game there because this is gonna have glitches regardless as if I want them or not, just because of the sensors that I use.
How come? I haven't even seen the sensors you talked about. They're self-balanced.
Do I need to lower myself so you can get in the seat? Oh, there you go.
Nope. I found myself a seat.
There's so many random seats stuck to this thing right
Yep.
now. Here, let me come up there with you.
Is this it where I'm standing right now? Because it's kind of glitching on my screen.
That's the gyro, or that's the suspension glitch that does the minute balancing issue, changes things. Then you have the main gyro sensor here, which is this white and black thing, and you have this weight right here, right below me, is what detects elevation. All right, it detects if the craft is rising or falling.
Oh, that's great, really.
You can see the light turns on.
You know what? Is that just a simple weight on a, what is it called, a suspension thing?
There's two pieces of suspension. One pushes up, one pushes down, and then there's weight.
Is it as simple as that?
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense, but I don't know. Maybe you use some glitches there too. I mean, I don't know.
It's not a glitch. It's because it uses two springs and a piston which pushes on said springs to compress them together so the weight moves up and down. And that's what the weight moves up and down.
Yeah, I know about that, but how? You said a piston. I don't see a piston around here.
It's down in the bottom below all this logic.
That number 1?
Yes.
Yeah, I see a piston there.
And because a piece of piston and a piece of suspension are in a loop together,
I see now how
causes a
that
suspension
works.
glitch.
Yeah, no, that's definitely fine.
It causes a stabilizer glitch, I should say.
Well, that doesn't really I don't count that as a glitch because you're stabilizing the thing. Well, it depends, really. Actually, does it stabilize you? Like, does it prevent tilting? Maybe a little bit.
It tries to. It tries to.
But it's not really like something you use to make sure you're staying stable. I don't think that really has that much effect.
I do have another dedicated stabilizer in here, I think. Yeah, it's right down there. I can cut it off, but I'm not going to until I save this version.
I wouldn't do that with Blue's weight on the side.
Oh, that's fine. It's just testing the system.
That's not.
Okay, he just removed a lot of weight. He had a lot of weight on the side. He just removed.
Well, let it stabilize. I want to see how it's gonna stabilize.
Oh God, I might have to help correct it with elevation because it's hitting stuff now.
Yeah, I see that. And
there's limitations to the system. You can add and remove weight. You can't remove a bus and think
you
it's
want me
gonna
to put it on a lift?
Yes. I need to save this. I want you to fly one of those little, like the little mini flyers. That's just the computer.
Oh, you saved it.
Let me save it.
Sure. Come and check out my ship. And remove that. I mean,
someone else has it. Someone else has it on their lift. I can't fucking put it on my lift.
Wait, what?
There we go.
Oh, much better. Right, you give me that thing. I'm gonna go take the other thing, and then I'm gonna go eat because I was supposed to go eat like half an hour ago.
Okay, here is the computer. This is. Here's the flyer.
Right, that thing over there doesn't really work. Blue, come on, let me fly.
Your controls: 3 is system on, 1 is down, 2 is up, W, A, S, and D. 1 is down, 2 is up, W, A, S, and D.
1 doesn't seem to be.
1 is down.
Oh wait,
you're on the ground. You can't go down.
By down I was thinking, okay, thrusters go down, they point down, you know, so I go off. This is gonna be kind of annoying because I'm lagging quite a bit.
Just give it a second. Give it a second to learn the system that it's attached to.
Learn, damn it.
You could tell it's learned when it's flat, when it's completely flat. And you tried flying it. There you go. Now it's figured it out. Now you should be able to fly it however you want to. 1 is down, 2 is up, W, A, and D.
Check out my system. I don't even know if it's correctly
Are
set
those
up
all
right now.
thrusters? Are those just...
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit.
Yep. Well, they don't lag. That's the good thing.
So you literally have... What is this? Is this literally a gyro to detect...
Yep.
I love
this. It's quite fragile.
Okay, I gotta figure out how to get to the helm. Or is there even a helm?
I don't think so. There's a seat on the
It's
in
not.
the middle.
Nothing's hooked up. Nothing's hooked up here.
No, there's a seat in the middle that should be hooked up.
In the middle of the gyro, or at the very top?
Lied.
No.
Never mind. That might be an old version. Sorry, I had to delete your thing. It was great though. Really, I like it. Yeah, that might really be an old version. Well, what it does basically is posting the thing. Yeah, that is it. No, they all seem to be connected. Oh no, they aren't. I lied. They aren't. Yeah, this is an old version.
This is I'm showing you my flying truck now. I took one of my pre-existing trucks, strapped the computer to it, and...
Oh, I need to go.
Holy shit, there goes my frame rate. But this is what I mean by you can strap it to anything and make anything a perfect flyer.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Keep in mind...
something? I really want to do something.
Keep in mind that the computer isn't censored. It isn't centered.
Don't go up. How do I go inside?
There you go. Here's a seat. Or here's multiple seats.
Well, here's the thing. It might not last forever. I want to see what is gonna happen if you know accidentally do one of these things.
Oh yeah, that's gonna instantly destroy this whole system.
May I?
Because
I want to see how much debris that's gonna create. On your command.
Well, go ahead.
Well, you need to go up. It's kind of boring.
Alright, let's head up. Oh shit, that's the wrong... I forgot this has a slightly different control scheme. Because it's not... has a lot of buttons already pre-assigned.
That was cute.
It literally just shot it to the ground.
Still moving. Computer's like, leave me be, what did you do to me?
You know that little...
I like your thing though, it really is cute. I'd release that to the workshop if I was you.
That little suspension glitch stabilizer thing, that is hooked directly to the gyro. And it doesn't go through any of the logic, it's just straight to the gyro. Anyway, I think I am all out of time for the stream as well. I got a lot of work on the ship done, but it's nowhere near finished. I think what I've got to do...
What else do you want to put on that? It's working.
No, I'm talking about the big cargo ship.
Isn't that the big cargo ship?
What?
The one you showed me? Wasn't that finished?
With like, the red canisters and all that on the side? No, that thing just barely started. It's got to have a full interior. I got to redo the thrusters because the ones that are on it aren't powerful enough and they're really laggy, so I got to redo those.
Well, sure. I'm gonna talk to you about the ship things if you want to take place in the fight.
I don't think
take part, I mean, not take place. We'll see. It should be, fun, because, pew pew, and then ships go down. That's the cute thing, that's the epic part. Anyways, maybe as a second member of a ship crew. Would you do that? Would you be somebody who either flies or shoots at the other ships?
I might be able to. I'm not sure how
Alright.
well it would work with my schedule though.
Yeah, we're nowhere near this, so I'm gonna probably contact you anyway.
Alright.
Anyways, it might not even happen, so that's the thing. Anyways, I gotta go. I really need to go now.
See ya.
See ya. Thanks for having me, and goodbye, stream. Love ya.
Alright, and I think I am going to end the stream here as well because the ship is... I'm pretty much all out of time. The ship is in a functional state currently, and I just got there's just a lot more work that's got to be done, but I don't have the time to do it at the moment. So let's go ahead and look at the ship as we have it right now. Take a few screenshots, and then I'm going to close everything down. So, medium cargo ship 3. Blue. Let's go ahead and get it up in the air. Yeah, this is what I was saying about I gotta get new thrusters on it because these are really laggy at the moment. Stay away from the ship, Blue. I'm pressing buttons to take off. It's just taking the ship a while to figure out its thrust and all that. There we go. Now it's coming to life a little bit faster. For some reason, because the back of the ship is slightly higher, I think it's off balance, but it's actually balanced. Or it was, until I started to crank up the thrust some more. The front of the ship is significantly heavier than the back, though. And that's part of the reason we need to redo the thrusters on this. I think it's safe to leave the ship. Let's go ahead and fly around, take a few screenshots. Are 45-degree angles required? What are you talking about, 45-degree angles? Are you saying like on the edges of the ship here? Or are you talking about the angles of the thrusters? If you're talking about the thrusters are dynamic. They change to whatever angle they need to change to. Yeah, the thrusters change to whatever angle they need to be at. See, right now they're not at 45. They're almost vertical because they're trying to lift up that really heavy front section. That front is stupidly heavy. That's why I need to get new thrusters on it. Same thing here. You notice they're variable thrusters. Damn it! Fucking threw me off the front of the seat instead of pushing me straight up. Like, fuck you. Fuck you, scrap mechanic. It's not an issue with the flyer, just scrap mechanic decided I'm going to shoot you out the front of the seat this time. And it's going to be there forever. Maybe this time if I fall off, I'll fall straight onto the other one. Alright, and I am going to end the stream here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks to crowd. Oh, I'm tired. And until next time, peace.